Borriela is a stop-motion film. It's a collaboration between me and filmmaker Anne Piccaro. She makes these lovely films using ball-jointed dolls as her main characters. This will be her fourth stop-motion film and our first collaboration. We're billing it as a stop-motion horror film about living with Lyme disease. This is new territory for me as an artist. I'm an incredibly verbal person. So far I've co-written 2 screenplays that were both very dialogue-heavy, but this will be purely visual storytelling. Also, as a literature nerd, I just love a story where form follows function, or where the meaning of the story is a natural outgrowth of the style. When I first saw Anne's stop-motion work with ball-jointed dolls, it was uncanny. The images felt completely alien, otherworldly, and completely familiar at the same time. After a while, I realized it was because the doll's movements reminded me of my dad's movements when he was having a bad Lyme day. Even the way stop-motion films are produced is reminiscent of Lyme. You have this exaggerated compression of time, slowness, tedium, this body that looks human but doesn't really belong to its owner. And the silence, too. There's this sense with Lyme disease that there's a lot to be said, but there are no words. Sickness is this strange condition that makes speaking both vitally important and virtually impossible at the same time. We don't have any good ways to talk about it, which is why we rely so heavily on images and metaphors. It feels like pins and needles. It feels like a knife. So I guess I'm excited about the personal challenge of telling this story through images, because even though some things are not easily explainable, I believe that everything is communicable. We've already started working. We got a local grant from the Metropolitan Arts Council for $1,500, but now we're trying to raise money to match the grant. It requires a 1-to-1 artist match. So far, we've used the funds to buy our doll and her wardrobe, we've made spirochetes out of fusilli, we've begun to build the set, we've built a couch, but we still need funds for blacklights, for softboxes, and for other set materials, as well as to record a score for the final film. We need you to help us make this happen, and we appreciate your support.